Hi, I'm Stacy, an American-born writer from Switzerland living in Japan and a recent stroke survivor. After a lot of therapy and a boatload of determination, I am back to my passion of writing. In order for me to further my therapy, as well as to give an alternative access to my stories, I've decided to read them out loud. Well, here goes nothing. Actually, my awesome kids just want to be kids. Published on the 4th of August, 2019. My children suffered my stroke. At the time, Lulu and Frizo were that in-between rascally age of 11, where you sit on the fence of adolescence, waiting for hugs from your mama, and simultaneously too cool to receive them. And Cleo, the squidge, at the tender age of 6, my baby girl, whose life revolved around fairies, eating pasta with butter, and me, her mommy. If you could have asked them in early February what was on their minds, I suspect the older two would have fretted about who their roommates would be at ski camp, as well as the good Swiss skiers that they are, their laser-like focus seemed to simply be on the chance to ski with the best. And the squidge was solely concerned about planning her 7th birthday party, which, as far as she was concerned, was on par with planning of the Golden Globes. Nothing prepares an innocent child for the day when their mother suddenly turns from a superhero into a normal, everyday human. When calamity strikes, children are left fully exposed. They can't shield themselves as we adults do. As adults, we have spent our entire lives building intricate defense systems and putting them into place. We know how to bury our pain. We are experts at assigning blame, or by contrast, turning the whole kit and caboodle over to a higher power, completely absolving ourselves. We take it out on ourselves, on the other guy, on the man on the moon. We have the authority to handle it any way we see fit. It's not only healing, and it sometimes gets messy, but we have the power to affect our situation. We know how to handle our pain. We as adults have created this concept that to feel no pain is a good thing, and something is wrong if we do. Rarely we allow ourselves the space and time that it truly takes to overcome our afflictions. On the unlikely chance that we allow ourselves which bits of broken glass are worth being collected, those which were not shattered beyond recognition, and those that were not broken in the first place, we can start to slowly accept our loss. The knowledge and craftsmanship to glue those broken bits into something whole again, acknowledging those that needed mending before, and the wisdom to accept the missing pieces, helps one to slowly rebuild. The magic lies within us as parents to see the golden nugget of opportunity nestled in between the pain of our children. I'm not going to gloss over this point because our children indeed suffered a lot of pain. From the moment Johan told them about my stroke to the moment they saw me in the hospital for the first time, to this exact moment here and now, they are suffering. Of course they are. All through this ordeal, they have been rock stars, understanding me and my limitations from the get-go. Friso has even developed this uncanny ability to understand me and my crazy mixed up language skills, even when I can't get the words out. How can I explain to them what I'm going through when I don't even understand it myself? I'm here 23 weeks post-stroke. I have 3 little ones to live for, and I'm determined to do just that. In the process of collecting the pieces from my broken glass, I am willing to try everything. I will try everything from the medical to the non-medical methods to trying other kooky approaches, because I have the power and the will to do just that, and I want to give my children the same tools. They certainly are rock stars, but even rock stars need a hand. Here's the thing, that golden nugget of opportunity, that's all we have to show our children. Instead of pretending to have it all figured out, we're trying to give them something greater. Instead of finding a solution as we're meant to do as adults, we're giving them the authority to make real changes. This was not something I planned. In fact, I wasn't even cognizant of the fact that I was doing the work. For me, it was the only way to move forward, to put little tools in my everyday life and make sure that my 3 had them as well. I was a mama lion, and my little cubs needed protection, sometimes even from me. From my fog, I could even see that they needed a shield for the times when they were vulnerable against me, against my emotional outbursts, those times when I see red and nothing can stop me from digging myself into a hole of words. I needed them to give the authority to stop me. So the word candy cane, with its bright, cheery overtones, has taken a new meaning in this house. Now, if someone shouts candy cane, it doesn't mean that Santa is on his way. It is my shared code word with my family and their magical shield. It means that I should stop what I'm doing, breathe, consider what is really important in my life, then readjust and go on. There isn't an after effect either. I've given my word that by shouting candy cane, the emotional outburst stops, and the person who said it remains unscathed. We're giving our family a way to control an uncontrollable situation. In the same vein, responsibilities like learning to cook dinner. Lulu has mastered a mean bolognese. Folding clothes and working out their problems on their own not only lends me a helping hand, but also instills a sense of partnership in our children. They've also been given the enormous, heavy task of phoning for help should I fall victim of a re-stroke. That, my friends, is not something that I hope for them or for me. But they accepted this responsibility in stride. This summer has been all about them earning their keep, so to speak, but it's also about so much more. Sure, they earn weekly pocket money for a job well done, and yes, the older two were given my old cell phones to make that emergency call. But I don't think for 1 minute that this is adequate compensation for all they've had to go through. In order to give our children the power and the will to recover from my stroke, to make damn certain that we all do, we have to feel the pain and traipse on through the shitty bits, through the bits where I'm screaming my head off because someone crossed my path with an umbrella, through the uncertainty, and then, only then, we can begin the reconstruction of our lives. I'm in the dark. I don't profess by any means to have this thing called life figured out. I'm just putting one foot in front of the other, sometimes hitting a wall, sometimes hitting the ball out of the park. But I do know one thing for certain. My awesome kids deserve my honesty, my commitment, and the promise to let them be kids, albeit kids with iPhones. Incidentally, I asked my children what they wanted from their summer holiday, and their answer was pretty genuine and simple. Like all kids, the summer means unstructured time to play football, time to eat ice cream, more swimming, and less schedule. But for children who have been through something traumatic, of course, their truth is a little bit more complicated than this seemingly straightforward answer. Their truth is just a dream.